Hello everyone, this is Easy Cubing, and in this video I'm going to be teaching you how to solve the Rubik's clock, or WCA clock, or however you want to call it. It's a WCA puzzle that's pretty unusual compared to the other ones, considering it's not a cube or anything like a cube. The point of this puzzle is to get it into this state, where each of the faces on all of the clocks is at 12 on both sides of the puzzle. It's actually a pretty easy one to solve, and the only really confusing thing about it for beginners is how the actual puzzle works, and I'll be showing you that right now. So it's composed of these dials over here and these pins that you can put up and down that sync different clocks together. So if you just rotate any dial while there are no pins up on that face, it will rotate the four corners in whatever direction you rotate the dial. If you put one pin up and rotate the dial closest to it, it will rotate the four clocks around that pin. If you put two pins up, it will rotate no matter which dial you use, it will rotate the clocks around those two pins as long as you're using one of the dials that is closest to these. So like both of these pins are up, so this dial does the same thing as this dial. If they're all up, it will rotate all of the clocks because it's no matter what dial you use, because they're all synced together. And if you rotate everything with all of the dials up but one, it will rotate all of the clocks except that one. Also, if you rotate everything with all of the dials up except one, but rotate this dial, it will only turn this clock face, but we're not going to be using that right now, because if you do, it will mess up these four. So you can go scramble your clock. Now, similar to a regular 3x3 Rubik's Cube, the first step is to create a cross of solved clocks on one side. So that means a cross where they're all facing 12. And I'll be showing you how to do that. So we're going to be using the center and pairing it up to another clock. We're not going to put it at 12, but let's say the center and this top clock. We're going to make them show the same thing. We can't do it like this because that rotates them both and they'll never show the same thing. But if we do it like this with this pin up, it will rotate the center because it's next to that pin, but it will not rotate this clock. Now, as you can see, they're both showing the same thing. Now, we're not going to be rotating any other clocks to this. We're going to be rotating this solved part to match the other clocks. So we can put this pin up and try to match it to this. Now you can see these three clocks show the same thing. You can put that pin down, and now we're going to get these three clocks to match this clock. You can put this pin up because they're all next to it, and now they're all showing the same thing except for this one. Now when you get this, you can't rotate all of these with one pin, so you can put both of these pins up, and it doesn't matter what top dial you use, you can rotate either, and now they're all the same. Now to get them to 12, it's easy. You only have to rotate once in this scenario when you put all of the pins up. Now that is solved. Now you can flip it over and essentially do the same thing on the other side, except you gotta make sure that you're never rotating any dials next to a pin that is down. Let's say you do this. As you can see, that messes this up. So, same method as last time. Let's make the center match the top clock by putting this pin up and doing this. Now that they're the same, we can do it to this clock. Doesn't really matter what order you do the clocks in. Now let's do this one. And just like last time, we push these two pins up and rotate it to match the last clock. We're not necessarily going to get it to 12 right away this time, just as long as they're all synced up. You can check on the other side to make sure that you didn't accidentally mess anything up. The next step is getting still on this side, you have to match the corners to the main clocks. And the way we're going to do this is pretty simple. As I said earlier, if you put all of the pins up except one and then rotate on the pins except that, it will move all of the clocks except this one. So if you do this, now this is synced to the cross. You can do the same thing, pushing all of the pins up, except the one in this corner. Now they're all synced, except these two. Let's do this one first. All of the pins up except this one, and matching. Now last one. And the very last step is putting all of the pins up and rotating until they're all at 12. And if you've done that correctly, it will also solve all of the clocks on that side. So yeah, if any part about that didn't make sense to you or you need further instruction, please email me at the link I provide in the description. Thank you very much for watching. Please like and subscribe.